It's that time again. Have a good night.
Oh, good night, bitch.
What did
Good
you
night.
just say
Every
to
time I
me?
go on duty, you just go off duty. It's kind of crazy.
That's crazy. You know what? That's actually your fault. You saw me earlier. You clearly saw I was on duty.
Yeah, I just had landed back in San Andreas.
Miss you too, sis.
You walk slow. I can catch up with you in 2 seconds.
Too late now.
Yeah. You gotta be nice to me. I'm the only sister you have left. Ow!
Don't ever say left. Dude, just don't remind me, okay?
Yeah. Wait till I void that life contract.
Understandable, but
Yeah.
like those words, like, "Hey, he's bleeding out," and
What?
and in my head, I'm thinking, okay, he needs an IV. He needs C-collar.
What did you just say? What did you just say?
Nothing.
You want me to resurrect Jericho and have her
What?
beat your ass?
Do not do that. I just...
Oh, why not?
Because she's cremated. That would be weird.
Okay, and if I resurrected her, to have her beat your ass?
What? I don't know how I feel about that, dog. Seeing my dead
Yeah, you
wife
don't
back
like
to
it?
alive again would be scary.
Uh-huh.
Especially because, you know, she got burned to
Don't
a
test
crisp
me.
and thrown in the ground. So, I mean,
God damn, the way you say it.
yeah, it's how I deal with my grief. I mean, she got cremated. I remember holding the urn in my hand and the weight of it and everything. So, I mean, it's kind of something that sticks with me. Yet I'm still seeing her in my dreams yelling at me. So, it's great.
Yelling at you.
I had like this really bad nightmare the other night, before leaving for Kaio, where, she was like a ghost, but she was exactly how she looked right before they called time of death, where she was in her uniform. There was blood dripping all the way down her stomach, all her down her leg, etc., etc. And she kind of just had these hollow, lifeless eyes, and she kind of was just like, "How could you?" She said more things, but I just trying not to think about it. It's scary. It was such an impactful dream that I had to sit outside on the steps for a few hours, like an hour or two, having a panic attack. So that was sick.
Yeah. Those type of dreams will go on for a while. Trust me.
Yeah.
But it'll get better over time. Especially when you distract your mind from those type of tragic things into something better.
Yeah. I kind of have, what's the word I want to use? I want your opinion on this, kind of, but also, it's okay if you don't want to answer. I'm just letting you know, Callahan and I are kind of a thing.
You guys are a thing?
Kind of.
I mean, it was a little like obvious, but also not at the same time because she's your
it's like
caretaker.
a brand new, like, brand new thing.
Honestly, I don't know like what to think because I somewhat believe and I don't believe in the whole too soon type of bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, it's been 2 months, but that doesn't mean anything.
It's been 2 months, but how long were you and Jericho together though?
Exactly, I know.
I don't know where I stand on it because I like you both, and Jericho was my sister.
I know.
And quite frankly, there's nothing you can really do besides you know with those that you care about and those that care about you.
That dream that I had was basically her just being like, "How could you? How dare you?" Even though she told me all the time.
She blamed you for moving on?
Even though while she was alive and dying from that heart thing, she kept telling me to move on without her and keep going and don't let her death hang over my head for that long, and to just be her phoenix and fly without letting the weight of her death, like, I don't know how to explain it, but she gave me this whole speech, and then that was that voice recording telling her to just keep flying for her, which is what she used to tell me when she wanted me to move on, and I think that's
So
what that dream stemmed
to be
from.
frank, Reyna, I think she would stomp your head in if it was somebody else besides Callahan. Callahan was probably the second most trustworthy person to her.
Yeah, I know.
And if she did say that to move on, to, fly, I don't really see an issue.
There isn't one. It's just my subconscious. It's the guilt.
It's not like I've seen you mourn, I've seen you cry, I've seen you yell at the sky. It's not like you were like, oh, she's gone. Let me just, do my thing.
I feel like it comes down to the fact that Callan and I helped each other heal.
Exactly. And that's a deep connection.
Yeah, I know.
You can't really break that.
I know. I am not really telling everybody right now because it's like brand new and we just went on vacation to like get away from everybody because everyone was pissing us off. But at the moment,
011 versus Sultan.
It's kind of just an adjustment period, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've known Callahan and like, Jesus, since last August, so a year. I knew Jericho for 2, but Jericho kind of let Callahan move in with us 6 months ago, something like that.
What's the Sultan?
And we've just been, all 3 of us have been inseparable ever since. So, I mean,
Somebody say Sultan?
it's all complicated and
Someone
annoying,
mentioned
and
there
I
was a
hate
Sultan
it.
parked outside somewhere.
It's my subconscious keeps trying to fuck with me and make me feel guilty when she used to say all the same
Checking
shit
Bob,
and
yeah.
to not feel bad, and it's a little bit of a rough period right now.
North Freeway.
I know what I want, but I also just feel
pretty color
guilt.
as well. Anyways,
You just gotta slow it down.
Well, I did slow it down. We're not even like labeled or anything.
Yeah, but if you need like extra time, you should probably slow it down a little bit.
I
You
don't
don't want your
Your stop is gonna come
I don't
back
think
to Cody
I need
Johnson,
that. I think
aka Hood Priest
we're
of
literally
BZ.
just taking it chill.
22's en route.
She knows.
That's good at least. Just
We're
don't
not-
let your
He's still 99.
mind
029.
beat you.
Nah, I call
know.
him. I hit him with a flashlight.
Ah, fucking blast.
You're the first person I've told. So
Bobcat clear. I'll come back in 5 minutes.
I'm not trying to spread it around right now, even though everybody already thinks we're dating. So
You guys have been inseparable. Some people will have their assumptions and guesses.
Has
yeah,
anyone
which
checked on
is
the
fine.
whereabouts of
I
Ace
mean,
Tuner?
we never corrected them. So I mean, we just let them
Somebody
believe
bleed
it.
out
We've
Ace
been
Tuner.
calling each other
Fact
wives
check.
for like 9 months. So
Yeah.
with Jericho's blessing, but still, you know what I mean.
Don't worry. Secret's safe with me.
It's not a secret. I just
Well, if nobody knows, and only a select few like me, then it's a secret technically.
technically, but it's not like you don't have to. Man,
Reyna, I'm not gonna be telling anybody.
I know, but
Just
it's
accept
not
it.
like
Just
it's a
accept
bad
it. My
secret
God,
either, you know.
it's not a bad secret. No, just accept it. Okay.
I actually, I don't know. I've been miserable and depressed for the last 2 months, and like in this rut where I just feel like I'm empty, and for once I'm just not feeling as empty. So I think it's a good thing, but at the same time, the guilt, it's something to just work through, I guess.
Yeah.
It just sounds weird for me to say it out loud. That's all. You're the first person I've said it out loud to. So, fuck.
Things will be fine. The hard part about getting past those nightmares is that you gotta remind yourself they're gone.
Right.
There's
And-
no way that they could come back and torment you for some reason.
And AJ wouldn't say any of that either.
Exactly. You know her better than anybody else.
I know. She would never be like, how dare you move on. She'd be actually happy that I didn't let myself try to wither away for a year without her, you know?
Yeah. You just gotta remind yourself that they're gone.
I don't love her any less. You know that, right?
Absolutely.
I miss her more than anybody, to be honest. And I hear her voice in my head a lot, so I just...
It's okay. I keep hearing her say, call me bitch boy once in a while.
Every time you pull that car out of the parking lot.
Fuel up. Fix the car. Lock your lockbox. Yeah, exactly.
The sad part is that one thing that she said in my dream. It's not like a bad thing, but she keeps saying that I'm just like my dad, where like worthless and all that. And I know that's not actually her because that's my subconscious again trying to make me feel bad for everything. And
Trying to merge it all together.
yeah, exactly. So that's how I know that it's just my brain doing crazy things, because not one person that I would tell, hey, by the way, this is what's going on, would be like, damn, that was quick. Because Callahan and I were literally the only people that were there for each other constantly through that whole thing. And there's a reason that we called each other the Three Wives.
The Three Wives.
3 wives. Now I have 4.
Oh my god.
Eden's one, just for the title so that people can leave her alone when they flirt with her. And then Larson just wants the title of 4th wife just because he wants to be 4th wife, so we gave it to him.
Yeah, Larson also owns like a part of you, so.
Yeah, on God, 2 of them actually.
Oh god. Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to tell you because I saw you today, and I wanted to tell you, but everybody was being fucking chaotic, and
Yeah.
I wanted to pull you aside and just let you know that it was happening because I didn't want you to be blindsided.
As soon as I dipped to go help Bosco, a 13 popped off at that
Yeah.
same location.
I heard people started shooting.
Yeah, that got taken care of, and then Bobcat happened, and then another shooting happened. Baker went down, of course.
Yeah, I heard man shot him with a buckshot.
Yeah, and they were just having a discussion, just pulling out receipts and everything on who shot who.
Yeah.
So that was fun to watch. And then I had another thing happen. I rammed a lady Alpha Pursuit. They were trying to interfere, and I tased her out. She got back in the vehicle, nearly hits me. I fucking dodged out of the way. My brain was about to be splattered all over my hood.
Jesus Christ. So you're not mad at me. You don't hate me.
Reyna, I'm never gonna fucking hate you.
I know, but I hate myself, so I don't know how everyone else is gonna feel.
I'm not mad at you either. Like I said, she would probably be more mad if it was somebody else besides Callahan.
Yeah. She left me Callahan for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
She was fully
Callahan's a
prepared.
good person.
I know. She had backup plans on top of backup plans in case something happened to her, and I hate her for it, but she wanted to make sure that I would be okay and be able to use the tools that she gave me while she was here to...
Yeah, calling Callahan a tool. Damn.
No, like coping
They're
tools.
already degrading each other.
No, coping tools. You know, like not throwing myself in danger every fucking 2 seconds just because I can.
Yeah.
I do that already, but you know what I mean.
No, I get it.
It's just a lot of navigating, and it's a little bit of a rough start because I am trying to figure out what to do. It's been a long time. So, I haven't even told Win yet, and I don't know if I want to because I'm scared what she's gonna say.
Doubt she would be mad. I'm sure she would understand and support you.
I kind of already told her a little bit about it. I told her that Callahan basically told Landmark that she cares and loves me more than him.
When you got 10 million?
Damn.
Which
Sure,
is
the county unit does.
pretty big, but
Ryder, I need a 10
then we went on vacation to Kyle and just kind of hung out, and then figured some stuff out, and then we came back because we had been gone for 3.5 days, or 2.5 days. We weren't really sure how everyone was doing or not, but yeah.
25276 home invasion.
So I'm just trying to figure everything out at the moment. It's like a new thing, and I'm not really sure.
I'll be right back.
It's like you're taking your steps for the first time after not being able to get out of bed for like a week, you know?
Yeah.
You're unsure of your footing, but you know you want to take the steps, right? But you're not sure if your feet are going to hold you up, but you know that they have to. I don't know.
You'll be fine.
I know.
You both will be fine.
We're figuring it out.
I have full confidence you'll figure it out.
210 what?
So, because I have to be cheeky and I gotta ask, when's the wedding?
Shut the fuck up. I don't know if I can get married again, dog.
I don't want to talk about it.
I feel like that's like a special thing. I don't know.
It absolutely is. Even I'm like hesitant with my own, as you know.
Sorry, I give you shit for it. I just feel like, I don't know, this sounds kind of fucking stupid. One of the reasons I was so hesitant to even approach Callahan about it was because I believe that anybody who ties themselves to me with a title of family is just cursed. I have a terrible track record with losing people, or people leaving. Zell, Terry, everybody like that. Just, I have very few people that stay. Especially people with the last name or take my name or have marriage to me or just in general. I just have a terrible track record, and I didn't want to give her the same fee. But then everyone was saying that I was crazy. So.
Better safe than sorry, I guess.
What does that mean?
Right, eastbound Normandy.
I don't know. Maybe I'll change my name to Michael Rhodes Shaw.
Into southbound Milton Road.
Stop!
Only joking.
Continuing southbound Milton Road.
But,
eastbound Eclipse.
You really sure you're cursed?
A little bit.
Secondary cons.
Sure, it's not just coincidence.
I used to say I was cursed, and Jericho used to fucking scream at me and say that I wasn't, and I was being fucking crazy. And I was like, yeah, but watch. And then Oliver died, and then my dad did some crazy shit. Rico, please. And then, I don't know, it was just like a bunch of like chain reactions to a reaction, and then there was a year where everything seemed okay. Like, sure, Zell left, and Terry left, and I haven't seen Grayson in months. A year, actually. And Theo left, but then, you know, she picked herself back up again, and she's here, and there's been Wynn that's been here, and there's Stay In You. Solid people that I know have my back. So I don't know if it's a curse, or it's just really shit luck. But I was worried about having Callahan brought on in it, too. If that makes sense. Even though I've been calling her wife for like 9 months and she's been okay, but you never know.
Things will be okay.
I have a lot of anxiety. I've thought like so hard about this, clearly you can tell, but I didn't make the step lightly.
I'm glad, you know, you took your time and you're figuring things out.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like you got it all planned out.
I'm not rushing anything. Trust me. I'm taking my time. I know the risks. I know the rewards. I know where I want to end up, but I don't want to rush there. We don't even have a label. We just are a thing. So.
Yeah, people don't need to know. People don't need to, you know, be hearing wife or girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, well, we already call each other wife, which is W-A-I-F-E. It's like a mean wife. So we're gonna keep it up just because nothing really changed. Basically, we talked about it and we agreed that nothing's gonna change because we've already been acting the same way.
South Elgin.
Just without certain things, obviously, but you know what I mean.
Are you sure? Media said otherwise, honestly.
Shut up. You know what I mean.
Yes,
We've already
yes,
been
I do.
treating each other like a couple per se. Like we care, we check on each other. We make sure that each other is having a good day. If they're not, we go and make sure that we can do something to make it better. We hang out all the time.
East, heading south.
Literally nothing's changing. It's just there's like a quote unquote thing added in. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm not making it lightly. Callahan's the only one that actually helped me through every stage of everything that I went through the last 2 months. She's been there from start to finish. She never let me do anything stupid, even when I almost did. She never stopped making sure that I didn't wither away. She made me a promise when AJ was dying 9 months ago that she wouldn't let me wither away to nothing like I did when Oliver died. And she kept that promise. And she continues to keep that promise because I'm a fucking train wreck.
You're her train wreck.
Yeah, apparently. I'm all for it. I mean,
Just let the ride go.
yeah, exactly. I just gotta get through the nerves because I fucking am nervous as fuck. Thank you.
Yeah, you would do it this way, you shitlord.
This way's better.
Yeah. Right.
It feels so good to talk to somebody about this because I haven't been. Nobody except Ed
Shaw.
knows. What up, dog?
Well, of course, Ed needs to know everything in the city. He's like
an interceptor, and the intercept rules got changed.
the most intelligent person ever.
Yeah, I know. He's so smart.
Slash S.
Hellcat's locked to Interceptor. You can take it out if it's Interceptor, I think. I think.
Roger that, LT. You know what? Yeah, roger that, LT. We'll do it. Nobody will know.
Just do an Interceptor report and just say Hellcat because Shaw said it was okay.
I got you, LT.
What are they gonna tell me? No?
You're kind of like the boss, bro.
Colonel
Like,
just
what are they
pops on
gonna do?
duty and says no.
Big Swan goes, you're kind of the boss. What are they gonna do? Say no? I'm like, yeah. Well, they can't tell me no. They totally can, but it's fine. But yeah. Teehee XD, I don't know what's gonna happen, but now you know, so at least it's off my chest a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad you got it out of your system. Bottling it up must really suck.
Yeah. A little bit.
Things will be fine. You got it planned out. You don't have to worry. And if you get nightmare again, just gotta remind yourself of certain things.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of seeing a therapist, kind of, slightly.
Oh, really?
I've kind of been talking with somebody about the issues, and after he heard me talk about Callahan, he asked if I was dating her, and I was like, no. And I basically just had a very intensive conversation because he just kind of was just like, that person is somebody that you don't get very often, that will stick by your side no matter what's happening, and who will care about you no matter what you're going through. In that way. And he kind of planted a seed, besides Ed planting a seed and basically saying that her and me were like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, which I don't really know the reference until I looked it up, but he basically gave me that whole spiel about how when she fell off that mountain, that's when I kind of was realizing that I kind of cared a lot. Because that same feeling that happened when Jericho was dying happened again with her. The pit in my stomach and the heart jumping up to my throat and I felt like I was choking. Same thing. Jericho's obviously changed after that because she died, but the same panic feeling, the same amount of care and everything, it happened and I was just like, fuck. But obviously I didn't realize it because I was more focused on the fact that I wanted her to be
Oh,
okay.
there it is.
And then that night, after she got settled in after surgery, Ed kind of threw the thing at me and was just like, yeah, you guys are basically like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. It's like your guys were meant to heal each other and find each other and fix each other and then go
Alright,
from
what's
there.
the
And
call?
I was like, fuck
Sultan
you for
or
planting the seed,
Neon?
dog. Fuck you.
Neon.
Even though I already knew it.
We
But-
had taken the Sultan, remember? Was no one paying attention in the briefing?
Easy, Sultan.
So it was kind of rough. It was a
No,
rough
I'm
few
thinking
weeks after that,
easy
after he told me that. It's been
Drop
like
the tempest.
I fucking knew it!
a while
I'm
since that
submitting
happened
back on
now.
Cody.
So, it's an adjustment and all that jazz. She basically gave me a speech, when we were talking about it.
Can I force volunteer
She's
myself
not
to stay behind? Thank you.
better than Jericho, she's not worse than Jericho, she's just different.
The whole last war.
She's not replacing her, she's not taking her spot,
They got their
she's
whole
got a
gang
new
back there
place.
shooting. Fuck.
you know?
Yeah.
Because Callahan's smart, and she knows.
I mean, we can bring our whole gang
Smart.
in, shoot.
Very
Really?
smart.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I like your thinking.
I'm
So,
down.
yeah. That's basically this whole spiel. I told you very nervously because I panic and don't know how you're gonna react, and it's me, so I
far, I'm not
overthink
seeing
everything.
anybody on the roofs, but they could be behind the wall.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about it. I could never hate you,
Any
honestly, unless you
contact with them yet?
try to kill me or my girlfriend.
Before I make contact, also make a report. Who's gonna approach door now?
I could never do that. Come on, Doc. Unless I actually lost my marbles, but I don't think I'm on that
Maybe
track
we'll
yet.
get waxed if the whole gang.
Exactly. You would never do that, which means I
After the
wouldn't ever
Bobcat
hate you.
roof and back alley are clear.
I'm not shitting on anybody's anything.
arrival.
I'm trying to be an adult.
I'm
so-
just trying to live life. The harsh reality that
I
has been given to us.
exactly. I arrested somebody.
Let me
Okay,
have a
fuck
Bobcat to
this stupid. I love my mother, but her radio comms are loud. She, I arrested somebody the other day. And the other day I mean like 3 weeks ago. And I kind of just was looking at him, and I asked him like a very philosophical question, right? And he gave me a very philosophical answer. And then he was like, "Do you have a significant other?" And I was like, "No." And I kind of explained like I just lost mine not too long ago. At the time, it was like a month and a half ago. And he was like, "Damn. When you answered the question that you asked me, it made it sound like you had somebody." And I was like, "Well, that's not technically wrong. There is somebody that I would spend, if I had an hour left to live, there was somebody that I would spend time with." And then he was like, "Who is it?" And I was like, "Well, I have 4 wives, right? 3 of them are still alive. One of them is my favorite. The other 2 have it just for the title." He's like, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And then he kind of just said, "In your profession, life's too short to not be happy and let yourself be in misery forever." And he was being a fucking smart-ass bitch, and I was pissed because he was, like, actually making sense.
In a way, he is fucking right.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, yeah, so what you're saying is somebody could respond to a warehouse, get stabbed, and die immediately, and, you know, that's it. And he was like, yeah, exactly. You respond to a call, you have no idea what's going to happen on that call, people are dangerous. Why would you hold yourself back from having even a slight bit of happiness? And that kind of put it in perspective for me, that AJ would probably think the same thing.
Yeah. That would.
Yeah. Because it happens more than often to all of us. All of us have had one too many close calls.
You got that right.
So, I don't mean to take your time up. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Good. It's nice, being able to sit down and talk to you for once.
I know. I'm usually wasn't around doing stuff, but I just got off of vacation, so everyone thinks I'm still not back yet. Easy.
That's why we were all surprised to see you at the briefing.
I know. Everyone was like, Shaw? I was like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm back. But yeah. I don't know. It's a navigation that I've decided to take upon myself. And
Let's hope there aren't any rough waves then.
I think we've gotten over the worst one. There's a little bumps, but nothing crazy. so far.
Go get over them.
I know. Man, I gotta repeat the same shit to win. Fuck.
Just maybe a little bit less panicky, a little more confidence with it.
Yeah.
Remember that this is your mother. She won't hate you.
Plus, Theo's the one that pushed me to do it, by the way.
Theo was the one that did
Theo,
it?
Quinn, yep. She told me that she wanted to be a cop again. And then she looked me in the eyes. And she found me on a day where it was not a good day. I was in my head. I was overthinking. I really wanted to say something to Callahan, but I didn't yet, even though it was eating at me too. And she gave me this whole speech about how she picked herself up and is doing so much better and is thriving. And then I kind of word vomited and told her what happened. And she was like, if you don't go and tell that woman that you want to go on a date with her, I will lose my shit. And I was like, fuck. So I kind of full sent it that night. And I basically said, I told Callahan when she's ready to move on from Landmark to let me know. Because I'll take her on a real date and show her what it's actually like. Which is a lot more Riz than I had at the time. But, you know. I'm kind of a Riz god.
Gotta seize the moment.
Yeah. Theo basically said the same thing that fucking hood priest did when I arrested him. That life's too short and people could die any second, and holding myself back and making myself miserable because I want to is just the opposite of what AJ would have wanted. And she knows AJ really well, too. So. Here we are.
I'm always gonna be here for you.
I know.
Gotta remind you, because your mind likes to go burr.
My mind does go burr a lot, but at least I know that. You've been here for a year and you're not really going anywhere because it's been so long, so. Unless something happens, but hopefully not.
Nothing's gonna happen. Lexi
Yeah.
won't allow it.
Yeah, I would like to go to your wedding, so. If and when you do have it. Which you don't have to, but.
It's gonna definitely be a private one. And I do want to invite you guys over. Otherwise, I am gonna feel bad. I tell Lexi, I'm like, if we run away and do it, then our friends and family won't be able to show up, and I feel bad for that.
Dog, I just want a reason to dress up nice. I dress up nice for work all the time, but I want to switch it up, you know?
We just gotta figure out a time. Because Friday and Saturdays, like you mentioned, are not good for you, but they're good for us, conveniently.
Well, I could always, you know, work my way around it. Maybe, kind of.
We'll see what happens.
But, yeah. Alright.
Doesn't help that even though we're, all in the same state, she just has the mind of a fucking EU person.
Yeah, tell her to skip, take a really, really early nap, and she'll be aight. That's a joke, by the way.
That's kind of hard to do when she always dreams about kids.
Valid.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, good luck with that, sir.
Okay. You should probably get out there, stop people from getting shot.
Yeah, Bobcat
I am
had
gonna go-
everybody latch onto it, so I'm just. Theo wanted to talk to me in the beginning of that, and I was like, "Fuck," but I didn't answer because I was in the middle of a speech. So.
It's good to see your one silent friend excel.
Yeah, I know. It's. I'm not good at navigating life by myself, so.
You ain't by yourself.
I know. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah. Oh, you're not kidding. Everybody was that, Bob.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. So I don't have any police equipment on me. I just literally threw on a uniform and walked in.
Yeah. I'm gonna be driving home soon and just flomp onto Lexi.
That's valid. I can't wait to do that later tonight. It's weird saying that. Fuck.
Say what you want, is what it is.
What?
Say what you want. Like, I don't. It's not weird or anything.
I know it's not weird. It's just I haven't been able to say that. Like, I actually have somebody to go home to for once, and I'm not alone.
Yeah. I get that feeling. Don't worry.
Fuck.
After being alone for a year, and then suddenly you have this wild Lexi pop up, and like, oh, I actually have somebody to go home to.
Yeah, I know. Man, that's crazy. I'm happy you have somebody, dog.
I'm very much happy. More happy than I've ever been.
That's good. The worst part about losing somebody is watching everybody else around you still have somebody. You know that feeling?
Yeah.
There was like that whole whatever that it's called, 5 stages of grief, 9 stages of grief, something like that, where it's just like you just get angry and then you're like, why did that happen? And then one of the speeches that Ed gave me was, you're going through every single stage of grief right now, and the last one is moving on. And I was like, well, I don't think I can do that, and I don't want to put that on Callahan's shoulders. And he was like, I mean, she's already kind of been helping you do that for 2 months. What's the problem? And he just hit me with the wise words, and I was like, fuck you.
It took me months to that last stage.
Yeah, I know. It's not a bad thing. Taking a lot of time is not a bad thing. It's a whole thing. I just am trying my best here.
It sucks. Death sucks. It's kind of the TLDR.
If I ever die, please don't make it a big deal. I'll fucking cry.
No, you can't cry because you're gonna be dead. I'm gonna be crying.
Okay, yeah, valid. But just don't make it a big deal, please.
Depends on the circumstances.
What does that mean?
Should you have to worry about that?
I don't think so, but what circumstances?
You know. Was the death natural? Was the death provoked?
Oh, what the fuck? What do you mean, like getting stabbed at a warehouse?
You just had to mention that, did you?
Sorry, dog. I deal with things in weird ways.
Yes. Murder.
Don't do anything stupid if it's me.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid to risk my future with Lexi or anything.
God bless. I don't know,
But
you were thinking some things after Jericho died. I don't know.
that, plus seeing him, plus the comments made by Justice, the insensitive comments, that was just building up a very dangerous meal.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I chilled off though.
I know
And
you did.
honestly, I'm not as pissed as I used to be every time I fucking saw that Trelawney bitch.
I haven't even seen him since.
He's been running around still.
I know. I've seen him at a distance. I have an inkling that I may have talked to him at one point, but I can't be sure.
There's many of them. You never know.
Exactly. So,
Exactly, as they say.
yeah, exactly. Quite literally. So I've been kind of just navigating it all.
I'm just also frustrated still with the injustice.
Huh?
That he was pretty much given a slap on the wrist.
What do you mean?
You didn't know?
No, what?
There was some form of lenience given to him regarding the death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying that he got reduced time and fine, and apparently DOJ officials are like, that should have been attempted murder or manslaughter.
They changed the charge?
I don't think they changed the charge, but he's obviously out a lot earlier than he should have been. And a prosecutor was yapping his mouth at Chopsticks the same day that we were there together. You weren't there with me though, but he was saying that the charge was significantly reduced and that it should have been manslaughter according to one of the justices. Obviously, you know me and I flip my shit.
No one told me that at all.
Well, there you have it, I guess. Apparently, the DOJ sees Jericho's death as manslaughter, basically.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that was a huge punch to the gut. I thought you knew already.
I'm guessing there's a reason I didn't, so... Okay.
It's why I wasn't around as much lately. Why would I work for a state that just disregarded somebody I cared about so much? Working for a corrupt state.
Well, I don't see it as that, but I can
It's
see
not
why.
manslaughter, it's murder.
I'm aware.
There's so much premeditation. The guy has history of doing it. Yet he somehow gets his way.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. It's not... You didn't do anything.
Well, I guess there's nothing we can really do about it.
No, there's nothing. Wow, okay.
Just makes me wonder what happens if another cop dies. Are they going to be disregarded too? Hell, maybe even a civilian.
Wow, okay.
Hello,
What up, potato?
motherfucker.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go get my MGT.
Okay.
And then I will talk to you tomorrow, probably, or the day after. Something like that.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. For listening to me
Uh,
rant forever.
Always, sis.
Okay.
So invite me to the marriage.
Stop!